Hey everyone, John Gerardi here alongside Mitch Rupert, a beat writer for the Williamsport Crosscutters. We're outside of Bowman Field here for Timber Talk again. Mitch, you had people talking on Twitter about Larry Greene and how he had to hit a home run. He finally hit one yesterday. So how excited was he then in the clubhouse at doing that?
You know, it's funny, John, he didn't seem all that excited, but it looked like a 2-ton weight had been lifted off his shoulders a little bit, you know. He's obviously the best power-hitting prospect, I think, in the Phillies organization right now. Even before he played a game, he probably was, and everybody was just kind of wondering when that first one was going to come. We finally saw it last night. You know, the scoreboard said it was 426 feet. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 440, if it was 450. I mean, just a titanic blast. But it was good to see the first one. Good to see him get the first one out of the way. I think he feels a little weight off his shoulders. He can kind of relax now. He ended up going 3 for 4, had an infield single, had a double the other way, knocked in 4 runs. He's been hitting the ball great. The average is up over 300. You know, Larry Greene's going to be just fine. The power is going to be there, but it was good to see it come to fruition last night.
Speaking of their hitting, another one, Mitch Walding has been pretty good there for the Cutters. He's probably one of their most solid hitters. So how important is he to their lineup?
He's real important. I mean, he's been put all through the lineup by manager Andy Tracy, and Andy said last night he just wants to give everybody an opportunity to try a different spot in the order, because you never know where you're going to be the higher you go up the ladder, you know. And Mitch Walding is that guy. I think he's going to project as your prototypical 3-hole hitter. He's a good contact guy, quick stroke from A to B. The bat stays in the hitting zone a long time. He makes solid contact. He can drive the ball all over the field. He strikes me going up the ladder as a guy who's going to hit out of the 3-hole for you. He's just a little more polished, I think, than some of the other 19-year-old guys in this lineup. I think, you know, a Roman Quinn probably has a higher excitement level just because of what he does. But I think Mitch Walding is kind of baseball ready, quicker than the other guys. And that's not to say the other guys aren't prospects. Mitch Walding, I think, is just a little bit more polished. He plays good defense. The hitting is there. The power is going to come. He's going to need to develop some power as a third baseman. It's a power-type position, so that'll come. I think it's there for Mitch Walding. It's just going to take some time for it all to develop.
It's funny you mentioned Roman Quinn. You were talking in your Cutters Notebook the other day about how he's doing all the little things right. Kind of elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, it's great to see. You know, we obviously know Roman Quinn can run, and watching Roman run, it's one of the most fun things this Cutters team can do. Last night he hits a gapper, and out of the box you're thinking triple. He might have a shot to come all the way around. He got held up a little bit by Logan Moore, who's not quite as fast as Roman Quinn, so that was a little funny. But the little things that Roman does right. The other night we saw he busted it out of the box on a one-hop rocket to second base. It should have been an inning-ending double play. He somehow beats it out. Andy Tracy doesn't know how he beat it. I don't know how he beat it, but he did. It got the Cutters a run, and it kept the inning going. Next thing you know, Cameron Perkins hits a double. It gets the Cutters another run because Roman Quinn can come around to score. In the 9th inning, he goes diving deep in the hole on a ball he had no chance to get an out on, but he knocked it down, kept it in the infield, kept the score at 4-3, and gave the Cutters a chance to come back and win against Vermont. Those are the little things that Roman is doing, and the coaches see it. You know, Andy was talking after that game, the coaches see when guys do those little things right, and he hopes that the players see it too, and how important that is for the team, that the rest of them kind of do it.
Nice to see that Tracy kind of recognize what he's doing. Another thing, obviously yesterday they won, snapped an 8-game home losing streak. What was kind of going on in that the Cutters were kind of struggling with?
I mean, the number one thing has been pitching. They haven't pitched well, and it's not they don't have guys with good stuff. You know, Aaron Foltz said to me yesterday, they have guys with better stuff than he had during his playing days, and Aaron Foltz played 8 years in the major leagues. You know, we saw Delvin Perez last night has really struggled with his command and putting too many guys on base. Last night he finally threw strikes. He worked quick. He had a good tempo. Those are the kind of things they want these guys to do. Establish the fastball first, then work off your secondary pitches, where I think a lot of these guys are coming in trying to work off their secondary pitches to get to the fastball, which is really pitching backwards. It's the way they tend to do things at the college level, and most of these guys are college draftees, so that's how they're going to think. they're trying to get it out of their mind now that that's the way to go. They want them to establish strike one with the fastball, get ahead in the count, and then work on their secondary pitches. And throughout this whole streak here, before last night they had lost 14 of 18. It had been all about the pitching, really. And you know, the opportunities they had when they did pitch well, the offense wasn't coming through. So there's some bad luck mixed in with some bad pitching and some struggles with runners in scoring positions. So it's just kind of a mix of everything.
I believe it was this weekend you wrote about Foles, kind of how he's teaching them a new philosophy. I believe is what he said. What was that kind of what he was trying to get at with it?
Yeah, that's all it is. You know, is establishing strike one with the fastball. We see guys like Josh Warner and Jordan Guth do it, and those are probably the two most successful of the starting pitchers right now for the Cutters, and they get strike one with the fastball. There is no better pitch in baseball than a well-located fastball, and it doesn't have to be 95 miles an hour. You know, neither Guth nor Warner have plus kind of stuff. They just know how to pitch, you know, and they have good location, they hit their spots, and that's all you have to do to get people out. Now, you know, as they go up the ladder, you're going to need a mile an hour or two more to be able to get some better hitters out. But for now, in the development process, if you can teach these guys to locate the fastball, get it head in the count, then work with the breaking balls, that other stuff has come. They can build strength in the arm and get another tick or two out of the fastball.
That'll do it then for this edition of Timber Talk. I'm Jon Gerardi, alongside Mitch Rupert. Go to Sun-Gazette.com for all your Crosscutters stories.